Hello, ladies and gentlefrogs. My name is Epic, but you can call me Dan. Welcome to part 2 of the OCE editing tutorial. Now, part 1, we worked on the sound effects, added the markers, and also did the color correction and color curves. Now, for this episode, we'll be focusing on the main cinematic. Probably the only cinematic for the moment. So, if we play this cinematic, it's missing something though. It's missing a nice little like flow. If we just watch this. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's what we want because we've got like the kinetic armor, so it's definitely the battery. We've got the locust, so it's definitely the locust sniper rifle. It's just, it doesn't look smooth. And I'm going to show you how to make this smooth. So for the first bit, we're going to go to properties. Now, I must say first off, this cinematic I've got and all the cinematics I do on Black Ops 3 are at 0.3 at a playback rate, because in Black Ops 3 it's the only way you can get cinematics to look smooth is to play them at 0.3. So first off, you will need to put the playback rate up to 3.3. Now if you've watched my cinematic tutorial already, you will know this bit, but I'm just going to go through it again for people who have not seen it. This will increase the clip speed, but as you see here, this is where the clip ends. So it's going to go straight back to where it starts again, and we do not want that. So how we get rid of this is we're going to right click and we're going to go to velocity. And velocity is this really nice tool where you can just change the speed of the clip. It just looks really, really nice. We're going to move the starting velocity all the way up to 300. And I know what you're thinking, oh, this has made it even worse because now the end's like right about here. But we are going to then move the other 300 velocity point to the end of the video by double clicking, and it's created two separate points. Then we're going to go roughly 10 frames into the video here, and we're going to double click this, we're going to right click, go to set to, and we're going to set it to 50. Then we're going to do the same to the other side. We're going to click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back, probably do 11 for this one. Go right click, go to set to, and click 50. Now, as you see here, it is done the cinematic very nice, but we've still got this little bit left over here where it's just going to go back to the old cinematic. So we can just drag this across, probably move it down to, no, keep it at 50. We can just move it back, just play around with the settings. And what you really want to do is you really want to get it so that the 50 is working, and you want to have it so the cinematic ends there. Perfect. Now if we play this back, you see it's a tiny bit more smoother, and that's what we want with this cinematic. But we can do even more to it. And how we're going to do this is we're going to use the event pan crop tool. Let's just assume this cinematic is like this. You know, it's just basic, restore, just normal, like it was at the start. We are going to, first of all, create a few points. Now, the first point is going to be the start point. The last point is going to be the end point. Then we want to create two separate points. I'd say roughly about, try and make it a third of the way in. So we're looking at roughly about these two. You can make it precise if you want, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to keep it like this for now. So we've got 4 different points where we can just manipulate the like zooming in and zooming out part and make it look a bit nicer. So for this part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom it in and make sure it's centered on her face. That's where we're going to see the rough cinematic from. So we're going to zoom in a bit, and then we're going to tilt it just 1 degree in angle. And what this has done is it's rotated it so the screen's rotated just a tiny bit. We'll go with -1 because -1 would be better. Then we're going to go to this point where the sniper's moved on a bit, and we want to make a note. So it's roughly about 1000 we did there. So if we zoom in to 850, center it again on her face, and we want to move it the other way. So this way is going towards 1. For the next cinematic, we are going to do pretty much the same. We're going to put it all the way down to about 850, and then we're going to move that back, and we're going to move this down to -1, because this is 1, this is 1, -1, sorry, this is -1. And for the final one, we're going to move this one to 1 and we're going to go full on the cinematic now. Don't worry about this whole, I can see that it's the whole like dolly cam thing. It will not show up on the original one. In fact, you might be better off just doing this last cinematic as this. So you zoom in just a bit, not too much, but zoom in about roughly there, because it was 850, and we want to move the angle to, we'll keep it at that because it's essentially 1. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a little camera shake. So we've got the zooming in and we've also got the camera shake. So if we play this back, okay, for this last bit, just quickly, right, so this last bit, we're going to watch it, so the head moves forward quite drastically here. So if we move this bit over to here, hopefully it makes it play clearer. There we go, that looks a lot smoother. So just play around with the settings, because it's going to look a bit weird if you don't. As you see there, what we've essentially done is we've just created a really nice cinematic there, and that just looks a lot nicer. Think back to what we had originally. We just had a very slow version of this soldier moving forward, and now if we go straight back to the beginning, that just looks a lot cleaner and a lot smoother. And it's something that in an edit, that if you learn that will just take you a few minutes at max. So that's it for this tutorial. I just wanted to show you how you can just make the cinematics look a lot nicer. But once this is all done, everything I use in this video I will send to you guys, so you can use it for your own use and you can practice these skills yourself and let me know how you're getting on. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and stay epic.